and hit the ground. I'll run around, chase all my dreams. Will you come with me tonight? Be my firefly, my firefly, my firefly tonight. Come with me.
What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video with your boy Jordan. So in this video I wanted to kind of go over what's going on with the Cobra, why I haven't been driving it quite as much, what's wrong with it, how am I going to fix it, when am I going to fix it, and what am I going to do in the future to build the car. So for starters, I'm not your typical car guy. A lot of car guys, they work a career path just to have a good job, just to spend money on their car, and that's absolutely it. For me, I have my 03 Cobra and I love my 03 Cobra, but my main passion is fitness and acting and filmmaking, and that's where most of my money goes most of the time. So it kind of makes it hard to fix issues when the Cobra has problems. Like right now it has a lot of problems that I'm going to get into in a second here. But the thing is, a lot of people spend the majority of what they make on their car. That's not me, and that will never be me. Now, I don't have any problems against anybody that does spend the majority of their money on their car. I have friends that do that. I have no issue or quarrel with that whatsoever. It's just that a lot of those types of people that I'm friends with look down on me because I don't spend most of the money that I make on my car, or because I don't have a job that makes more money than I'm currently making on my business to fix the car. So you guys get where I'm coming from here? As my business cost a lot this year, I spent a lot of money on just things to make my filmmaking better, on things to help me become a better marketer, a better business person in general. I spent $1,500 on a business coach a couple months ago, and I haven't told you guys about that. I bought a gimbal for around $400 to make my camera footage look better. Just in the past couple of months, I've spent nearly $3 grand. Nearly $3 grand, and none of that was on my car. Just a couple of months back, my clutch line busted, and that was randomly $200 that I had to spend to fix, and that kind of pushed back a lot of the other issues with the Cobra that I need to fix, because I have like little things that would break. Earlier this year, my fuel rail pressure sensor went out and I had to spend money on that. So these little issues, they keep breaking and preventing me from fixing some of the bigger issues. So what's all wrong with my 03 Cobra? So number one, I don't know if I've told you guys this, but a couple of years back, my blower detonated. It started knocking and I was wondering what was going on. I took it to my mechanic and he said, your blower is pretty much shot. So I had to have the blower stripped off the car, sent to Stegmeyer, reported, rebuilt, and then sent back. And they accidentally mixed my order up with another customer's order, and they changed the port job and kind of built the blower a little bit stronger. It was a stage 6 or a stage 7 Stegmeyer build / port, and it went all the way up to a stage 9, which is something that they hadn't even had before, and even shaved off some of the pulley, and so the pulley ends up being like a 2.6 or 2.5 pulley when it was a 2.76. So now the car needs a retune, and it's needed a retune for a while. It's not a huge difference, but it is kind of running not as good as it should be. On top of that, I do have a really atrocious exhaust leak from the headers. When I had the headers put on, it was a long time ago, the mechanic put the headers on, put Cook's gaskets on the headers, and I didn't know that they were bad, so yeah, they burnt off in like a couple of years, and then the exhaust leak got worse and worse and worse until it sounds really, really bad. So I need a retune. I need to fix my exhaust leak, but in order to get the retune, I have to fix my exhaust leak. But once I do go into the whole retune thing, I'm not sure what all things I'm going to have to spend money on. I know my O2 sensors are probably blown out. I know there are probably other little things that need to be tweaked, so I'm thinking whenever I do a retune on my car that I'm probably going to spend a total of like $500 to $1,000 retuning the car and then fixing some little quirk issues that are going on. I do have a Candy Bell booster pump on the car, and it's very possible that that's not working right or that it completely went out. I busted the clutch line earlier this year just randomly driving and went to pressing the clutch, and it was just gone. So I had to get it towed, get a new clutch line put in, and as soon as I got the new clutch line put in, it seems to like have adjusted itself and feels kind of funny already again, and it's only been a couple of months, so there's definitely something going on there. The car also needs a lot of suspension work. The only thing that I've done suspension wise on the car is polyurethane bushings for the IRS, as well as H&R lowering springs. So realistically, to have the car running right, healthy, good, we're looking at like $2,000 to $2,500. I say that because it's probably going to be a little bit less than that, but realistically, when you're fixing a car, when things are being fixed, other little things come out and you're like, oh yeah, we need to fix this too because it's going to cause a problem really soon if we don't. And heck, last year and even earlier this year, I had a tire rod and some other suspension parts go out, which was like $600 to fix. So I have been fixing parts on the car. It's just that I can't just be dishing out $1,000 every 6 months to fix something that goes wrong on the Cobra because I'm spending money on my business. I'm a young 23-year-old entrepreneur that's trying to grow his business. So, you know, all of my car friends and car people can get mad at me because I'm neglecting my car, but at the same time, I'm fixing things when I can, but I'm not gonna spend all the money that I make making sure that this Cobra runs at its best all the time because I've got another car. I've got an 03 Buick Century that I drive on a daily basis. So when this car is broken for a while, sometimes it just doesn't get driven, and I am going to build it one day. I am going to build it, and that's exactly what I'm about to talk about. If nothing else breaks on the Cobra, if it's in the same condition right now that it is next year, I do plan on fixing all of the problems next year, and then the year after next year, possibly starting to build the car, depending on where I'm at on YouTube and online coaching and videography and just my business in general. Obviously, I have to be making enough to be able to invest money in the Cobra, and once we get to that point, I will be making videos on building the Cobra. This is still going to be a fitness lifestyle channel, but I just love shooting cool videos, and the Cobra is part of my lifestyle, so it's definitely going to have some videos made on it once it's being built, and I know you guys will really appreciate that. So my build plans for the 03 Cobra. Some of you guys have seen the comment that I made on David Patterson's review video of my car, talking about what I've got done to the car now, and what I'm going to do, but my plans for the car are that I want to change the blower. I don't want to keep an Eaton blower on the car, obviously. I want to do a centrifugal blower, quite possibly, because everyone and their mother does either a Whipple or a Kennyville on the 03 Cobra, and I know you could argue, it's because it works, bro. It's because it works. Why would you try anything else? Why would you venture off of the beaten path? Well, I've had a history of doing things differently. When everyone told me, if you get an 03 Cobra, you should get Borla Stingers and Cook's Headers, I was like, nah, I want Borla Attacks. No one's ever done that before. I want to have the first Cobra with Borla Attack catbacks and Cook's Headers. I don't know what it's going to sound like. It might sound like crap, but I'm going to do it because it's different, and I don't want to be a Borla Stinger bro like everybody else. And I'm the same way with the entire build. I want a fully built 6-speed T56 transmission. I want a 323 stroker Boss Cobra block. I want a centrifugally driven blower. I want to build an 03 Cobra that's not like any other 03 Cobra build that's out there. It's going to be very different. I don't want to build a dragster. I don't want to put big slicks on it and race it up the strip. That would be cool to just try it once. But what I want to build is just a ridiculously stupid street car that sounds like a snake all the time. The main reason that I like a centrifugally driven blower on 03 Cobra is because 03 Cobra, Snake, those blowers sound like they're hissing all the time, and I really like that. I love the little blower whine of a Whipple or a Kennyville, but I really love the sound of a centrifugal blower, the way it just hisses and the way that it just like sneezes all the time. It just arouses me. It's so good. It's so good. So I want a centrifugally driven blower. I want maybe a T56 built Magnum transmission, fully built suspension, possibly bags, possibly, and I know everyone's gonna hate me for this, especially the drag racing purists out there. You guys are going to hate me, but this is not a drag car. I don't want to build a drag car to the Cobra. If I was going to build a drag car, it'd probably be something like a Fox body or something like that, which is, you know, I actually almost bought a Fox body when I was 18, like on top of the Cobra. But I didn't because I knew that it would be a project that I didn't really want to take on at that point. But that is a totally different story. The point is, I want to build a 4-digit horsepower number 03 Cobra with a centrifugal blower and a fully built Magnum T56 transmission, fully built suspension, possibly bagged, some sort of crazy looking wrap. Yes, it's gonna happen at some point. As soon as I get some pretty good success on YouTube with my books, with coaching, as soon as things really expand and I'm doing well enough to justify building my car, trust me, I will. I know all of you guys want me to do it now, but you have to understand, I'm spending the majority of the money that I make on my business, to put back into my business, to make my videos better, to make my content better, to make myself a better fitness coach, to learn, to expand. That's where the majority of the money that I'm making is going right now, straight back into the business. That's why I still live with my dad, because if I had an apartment payment that was $800 to $1,000 a month, I would be barely paying that and scraping by, and it would be years before I was able to spend anything on self-growth, self-education, or better equipment, or the car. I mean, there's a chance that I would probably even have to sell the car to have an apartment and keep doing this YouTube thing. So, you guys understand kind of where I'm at now. Like, I just wanted to make this video so you guys didn't think that I was neglecting my car, my Cobra. I love my 03 Cobra. I wanted this car since I was a kid, and I'm going to build it. I've actually tried to sell it so many times for, you know, money for businesses and stuff like that, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it. So, you know, I'm a huge Mustang 03 Cobra enthusiast at heart, and I don't ever want to sell that car. It's a huge part of who I am as a person. I just need you guys to bear with me while I'm building up the business. I am going to build it, but one thing that you guys can do to help me get closer to being able to build the Cobra is, number one, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Number two, make sure you ring the bell. And number three, make sure you share this channel with other people that preferably like to see fitness, because that's what I post majority. But, if the channel can grow enough in the next 2 years, then you will start to see a lot more car content, a lot more 03 Cobra build videos, stuff like that. Just right now, I can't make a ton of videos on it because it's not really in the condition to be driven all the time, so it's not really in the condition to have a lot of content made on it. I mean, if I made content on the Cobra right now, it would just be repetitive videos talking about what I'm going to do to it, so there's really no point in making a bunch of videos about my car right now. Hopefully you guys understand. I do have big plans for the car in the future. Help me grow the channel. That will help me to make those videos about building the 03 Cobra in the next year or two. It is going to happen, I promise you guys. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and conclude this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little update video on me and my car and my career. I will see you guys next video. Comment if you have any questions or concerns. Make sure to like the video if you did enjoy the video. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Make sure to ring that bell and share this video for Cobra content coming your way. I'll see you guys next time. All